Hello everyone, and welcome. The start of this wipe didn't go according to plan. I set out to survive in the desert, but with setback after setback, I had to rethink. So I respawned at a Bagner outpost, hoping for a fresh start. While gathering what I could, I stumbled across it. The perfect spot. A mountain peak overlooking the valley below. And right then, I knew this is where I would build my base. This is where I would call home. With the foundations of my base finally laid down, I had to leave the safety of my mountain. I went down to the abandoned military base where I was searching for one thing: components, pipes, rope, anything I could use to craft a revolver or a crossbow. Even a small upgrade in firepower could mean the difference between surviving or losing everything on this hostile island. With my run to the military base coming up empty-handed, I had no choice but to push into the train tunnels. Armed with nothing but a bow and a nail gun, it would be an uphill battle. But I chose this base location because it was so close to the tunnel entrance. Utilizing these tunnels throughout the wipe, I could reliably gather components. With a successful component run under my belt, it was time to turn my focus back home. This wipe, my goal wasn't just to survive. It was to build. To take this base and turn it into something I actually enjoyed living in. using the pipes I'd scavenged from the tunnels, I finally crafted my first revolver, giving me the firepower I needed to stand my ground in early wipe PvP. With the revolver already proving its worth, and against the players in my area, most of them still under-geared, it gave me a clear advantage. If I wanted to control this part of the map, I needed to continue to use it. So I set out for the outpost, looking to trade my stone for wood and keep the momentum going. With the area around me starting to heat up, I took the extra loot home before heading back out again to do a successful exchange at the outpost. After returning home, I began crafting extra gear sets, while the furnaces burned through ore, pumping out metal fragments and sulfur. I turned my focus back to the base and started upgrading. As my first night on the server came to a close, I looked back at everything I had accomplished. The base was coming together, my resources were secured, and for the first time in this wipe, I felt safe behind my walls. But on Rust, that feeling never lasts forever. With the start of day 2, I wanted to take the next step in my progression. My goal was to set up a shop and start trading some of my extra resources for basic blueprint fragments. If I wanted to survive on this server, I would need the weapons and tools I could craft at a workbench level 2 to keep me alive. After setting up the shop, I checked the map and found a deal that was too good to pass up. 5,000 stone for a single fragment. With the jackhammer I grabbed earlier from Outpost, I quickly farmed up what I needed and was able to purchase 4 of the 5 fragments I was after. After returning home, I decided to take a little break, and while I was gone, my shop was able to secure the last fragment. With my newly upgraded workbench, I crafted a few weapons and pieces of armor, giving me a huge boost in firepower. That would come in handy for exploring monuments or holding my ground in long-range fights on my mountaintop. After returning home from the sewer branch, I took a short break. When I came back, I was greeted by a sound outside of my base that immediately intrigued me. After such a big wind right outside of my base, I knew it would draw attention. And before long, I heard something that caught my attention once again. With a drone scouting my base, I shifted my focus back to upgrading, racing against the clock, knowing the people watching me were likely farming the resources to come back and raid me. With the base coming together, if you're enjoying the video so far, drop a like and subscribe. With my second day on the server coming to an end, I felt I had done enough to secure my base for the night. But had I? Or would I come back to find everything gone? After waking up the next day and being pleasantly surprised that my base was still standing, I decided to explore a part of Rust that I'd never really tried before: farming. I wanted to see if I had a green thumb, so I spent my morning setting up the first farm and finding a decent cloth clone to start growing. With the cloth farm finally set up and a beautiful sunset witnessed, I noticed a locked crate had appeared at water treatment. I geared up and headed out, hoping to secure the loot. After getting my ass handed to me by a bow guy who must have had his monitor brightness maxed out, I decided to cut my losses and focus on the farm instead. After farming for a few minutes, I heard some shots in my area and decided I would take a trash kit out to see what I could do. After stumbling across the raid at the perfect moment, I managed to secure all of the loot and even recover the kit I'd lost at water treatment. A much needed win after my earlier loss. With tons of loot from the raid, I finally had extra resources to fall back on. But securing the raid was only half the battle. I still had to make the dangerous trip home. With a full inventory and no backup, one player could ambush me, and that would mean I'd lose everything. After safely transporting the loot back home, I shifted my focus back to my farm. I was really enjoying the process and wanted to expand my operation, so I added a few more planters to increase my production. After tending to my farm, I started hearing suspicious footsteps outside my base. Someone was right outside my walls. With the raiders inside my base and an auto turret making defense extremely difficult, fighting back seemed impossible. My only chance was to spawn inside and reach my locker before they could take everything. With one final kit left in my locker, I spawned upstairs and carefully made my way back inside the base, hoping to slip past the raiders while they were distracted by the counters. After retrieving my kit, I was back in the fight. And just like that, everything was gone. Standing atop the ruins of the base that had given me a sense of safety and security throughout this wipe, I couldn't help but feel something unexpected. Excitement. Because when Thursday comes around, everyone would be back on the beach, and I would have my chance at revenge.
Wherever you're going, I'm going.